What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update of Bitcoin. Right now, we're sitting at $18,230. We're down 2.62%. What we were talking about yesterday with the altcoins, we wanted to pay attention to Bitcoin because typically when Bitcoin starts to sell off a little bit or retrace, it will bring the altcoins down with it for a while. And then many times what you'll see is that transfer of money from Bitcoin into the altcoins, and you get that swelling when it's time for Bitcoin to cool down. But typically, when Bitcoin starts to cool down a little bit the first day or two, sometimes it'll bring the altcoins down a little bit with them. And that's what you're seeing today. You can see from yesterday when we had those explosive altcoin gains, we have a lot of coins like Link down 6% today, Tezos down 5% today. Still made beautiful moves, guys. And they're holding on to a lot of their games. Bitcoin Cash at 283 it is right now. Ethereum's at $532. XRP's at 43 cents. So there's still a lot of gains that have been made, but what we're going to see is kind of where we find support now for those altcoins, okay? Because we tapped some of those overhead resistance area targets. So now what we want to do is patiently wait to see where they're going to find some support. And I hope to get an altcoin video out later today, but right now I just wanted to focus on Bitcoin the best that I could since that's the driver of the market. So as we look at Bitcoin here at $18,186, and we're looking at this on the 1 day time frame. Yesterday we had a doji candle close for the 1 day, and we always want to pay attention to dojis, just like we had back here when we had our doji, and then we had a 10% sell-off after that. We had our little doji here, then we had a sell-off after that. So we need to be careful. We're having that doji from yesterday. We closed roughly at about, let's see, yesterday's candle was 18,712, and you can see that we've ended up losing about $500 today. What I want to watch is how much penetration this candle actually has down into the previous day's candle, not this doji, but the other day here. I want to see how deep we actually go down into that and what type of candle we actually end up forming, because we wicked down to roughly about 17,614, but it got bought up pretty quickly here. So today's candle, the actual close of the candle, is going to tell us a lot. But when you're sitting in Bitcoin and you're a longer term investor, you never want to sell out. And this is a little tip I'll give for the people who are still here. You never want to sell out until you start having candle closes below that 20 EMA. That's very important, because many times in uptrends you'll stay up above that and you'll find support off that. So even like today, how we're selling off and we've lost over $500, if you're a longer term investor, not financial advice, is where you still want to sit in those positions and let it ride right now. Okay, we still have a lot of support. Our support's going to be at 17,139 will be the next area. Then it would be down around that 20 EMA at 16,475. And I still think that would be very healthy for the market to take a deep breath. We've talked about this. Me personally, guys, from all the charts I've looked at and everything, I would not want to attempt to break all-time highs for Bitcoin when the oscillators are so overextended and the RSI is up at 85, 90. When we're trying to crack through that and have a blue sky breakout, we want to have some room to be able to run once we get up through that $20,000, which I do believe we'll get through. But we need some room to be able to run, and we need that buying pressure to get up through that so we can have the blue sky breakouts. Right now the RSI is at 75. We basically have been going up to around 85, and then when we cool down, we've been cooling down to about 70, and then we bounce again. That's how bullish Bitcoin has been here. So we do want to pay attention to these areas. We had a lot of volume coming in. I'm watching the sell volume today, seeing if it's a massive amount of volume or if it's just a smaller amount of volume, because if the volume is small and it's just contracted, then most likely we're going to get that next pop to the upside. If we take a look here and on our technicals, we have a 4 sell, 8 neutral, and a 16 buy on the 1 day here. The oscillators 2 sell, 7 neutral, 2 buy. So right now our relative strength is neutral, stock is neutral, they're saying there, even though it's up at 90. Commodity channel index is a sell, momentum's a buy, MACD level's a buy, Williams percentage range is a sell. You can see on the 5 here, we're starting to have a little bit of a sell signal there, and that's our moving averages. That's on the 5 day time frame there. So that'll give you a little bit. It helps always in terms of like shorter term trading. If you're a day trader, you really want to use that 5 or that 10. But what I like to do is swing trade this market or longer term invest this market. And we're looking at that 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. I think those are the things that are the most important for us. But, you know, we have those alts running into some resistance here. We have a little bit of selling off for Bitcoin, which I think is healthy. We want to look at 17,139 as support, and then it'd be down around that 16,477. If we are to make a move to the upside, we would want to roughly get up above the new area would be 18,741 is going to be the new overhead resistance area that we'll be targeting there. So just want to put this out there for you guys. Be patient. God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope to get an altcoin video out later. God bless and take care.